Hey, Low Mountain Lions, Mr. Lee here. Today we're going to talk about striking with implements. We're going to zero in on a few different sports that use implements, such as a paddle or racket. So let's jump right in. So, when we talk about striking, what I mean is that you're hitting an object, for example, a ball, if we're talking about tennis or baseball, with another object, for example, a tennis racket in tennis. Lots of different sports and activities use striking, such as tennis, ping pong, golf, pickleball, badminton, baseball. So a little challenge to you. Can you think of what object is being struck in each of the above activities? So there's a big word I've mentioned already, implement. So when I talk about implement, what I mean is a tool that is used for a particular purpose. There's all kinds of implements you use at school, for example, a pencil to write. In all these different sports we've talked about, they use an implement, such as a tennis racket, ping pong paddle, golf club, so on and so forth. So today we're going to talk about a few different sports here: tennis, golf, ping pong, more officially known as table tennis, pickleball, badminton, and there's a baseball bat there, but we're going to hold off on talking about baseball today. All right, so a little information about tennis. Tennis is a racket sport. It can be played as singles, so one versus one, or doubles, which would be two versus two. As you can see in the little picture to the left there, there's a net. You also need a ball and a racket to play. Super fun sport. Love playing tennis. Great cardio activity. Next sport I want to talk about is basically a miniature version of tennis called table tennis, more probably commonly known as ping pong. So as you can see in the picture there, ping pong has a table that you're playing on, has a smaller net, and you actually use ping pong paddles and a small, what is typically white ping pong ball. Golf is another popular game or sport. It's a game in which the implement used is called a club. So a golf club. It also has a putter that you use when you get close to the hole, which the whole idea of the game is to get the ball into the hole in as few shots as possible. Takes a lot of practice. All these games are very challenging, take a lot of hand-eye coordination, but really, really fun game. One of my favorites is golf. All right. One of the activities we actually introduced last year was a great thing that was included in our new PE curriculum is called pickleball. So pickleball is a game which you use paddles. It's very similar to tennis. The courts look very similar to a tennis court, except that they're a little smaller. The net's a little lower. It also can be played with two players, which would be one-on-one singles, or could be played doubles as well. As you can see in the picture there, a pickleball looks just like what I've always knew growing up as a wiffle ball. Okay, moving on to badminton. So badminton is a really popular sport to be played in the summertime. It's a sport that a lot of people will set up in their yard or go to the park and play badminton with a group of people. But more commonly, it's played one versus one or two versus two. But there's no reason why you couldn't play with more people than that. The object that you're striking is commonly known as a birdie, more officially known as a shuttlecock. So the racket has a skinny handle and a circular face that you hit the birdie off of. Really fun game as well, in my opinion.